What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Golden Dice Podcast, and today we have a very special webcam gameplay for you. I am joined by Xander, who is the Community Engagement Specialist. And Xander, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I am so excited. This is my first time doing some webcams for this. Specifically, I played them in the past for other games, but test out a new setup. So hopefully it works out and we get some good games in.
Yeah, I'm excited. I got to do a little test, and I actually changing up how the webcams are oriented. So, I'm still learning how to not just properly do webcams, but how to make them look good and make people want to watch them, watch them again. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Well, didn't you all just hit 1,000 subscribers? So they must enjoy the webcam play there a little bit at least.
we did. Yeah. It's either that or it's Flock. I mean, it's pretty much narrowed down to those two things.
It's one of those two things.
And this isn't on my questionnaire, but I think it's an all right question that I can throw out. That do you ever wake up in like a feverish nightmare, just covered in sweat when you think about somebody googling Star Wars Unlimited gameplay and like the third or fourth video is Flockton? Like, does that ever that's scary?
Not a cold sweat by any means, but definitely makes me a little nervous. No, Flock is great. I had such a good time at the community event hanging out with him. So what a guy. What more is there to say?
Yes, that is perfect. That is perfect. Well, cool. So we're gonna roll through some games. Full disclosure, depending on how long the games are, just gonna be best of ones. Gonna be trying to get in 3 games or so. If the games take a while, we're gonna split this up into maybe 2 to 3 different videos. If this if Xander rolls me like I said, and then we'll go right into game 2 straight away.
The odds of me rolling you are very low. I have been playing a lot of games recently, but mostly Twin Suns. So this is
Mm.
taking it back to the basics here, which is good.
So I have to make sure you don't try to do blast counter
Yeah,
on me.
blast counter, don't worry about it. Just take your damage.
But yeah, so yeah, he picked 2. And so I told him pick 1 through 30, and he picked Grand Inquisitor. So I'm going to be playing Grand Inquisitor on Security Complex, and you've got Han on Catacombs of Kadera.
Yes. My deck is very much inspired, if not a direct copy of Danny's designer decks from December. Because I saw him run this and I was like, wow, that's awesome. Yep, that's exactly what I want a deck to do. I'll just copy and paste that and add like a couple things here and there, but mostly the same as that. Unfortunately, I did. This one is not my own creation where I can brag
Yeah.
about it after I get a win. I can just say, hey, Danny, great job. I piloted it fine.
The perks of being surrounded by developers, so it's a workplace bonus.
Oh yeah. I go to Jay-Z all the time and just ask him like, so Jeremy, like, how's this deck look? And that's what I plan on doing at PAX East this week, is having him look over my decks and tell me how bad they are.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
yeah, it'll be good.
All right. Well, do you want evens or odds? And that'll decide if you want to go first.
Let's do evens.
You got it. It's a 5. All right.
Cool.
I'll roll first.
Sounds
Uh,
good.
well, I rolled, but I will go first. Is what I'll do. But cool. So, how long have you been at FFG?
I have been at FFG a little over 2 years now. So yeah, been a while. Not the full length of development for Unlimited, but at least a good portion of it I was around for.
Yeah, yeah. You missed out on the Jim Cartwright tattoo session, but you were there to help, I guess, lay out spoilers and everything, right?
Yeah, I was there while Jim was getting his tattoo session, and I was like, wow, where am I going to get mine at? And that'll be like the 1 year anniversary next year. Maybe I'll have to get one, but it's quite the commitment he's got. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah. I it's awesome, and I will say, even from the community celebration, I still think my favorite thing is the pins that we got of just
Oh,
all the
yeah,
aggression, the villain. I know I got a box early, I know I got some tokens and stuff, but man, those
yeah.
those
Those
pins are
pins were-
timeless.
Yeah, Mason, our graphic designer, nailed it with those. I have mine already packed in my bag for PAX East. It's already on one of the lanyards and everything. I was like, this will be great.
Yeah,
I got to show them off since I got them.
yeah.
Oh gosh, this hand is almost too good. but it's forcing me into some decisions, which I guess is the name of the game. Oh man.
Yeah, mine was and is terrible yet again. So we'll go ahead and see how this goes.
And you're playing Grand Inquisitor, so I gotta figure that out too.
All right.
All right, let's do it. I'm feeling ready.
I don't think you're quite ready for this. I'm gonna go ahead and take the initiative.
Oh gosh, yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I'll go ahead and pay 2 for Green Squadron A-Wing,
Yep.
and then I am good.
Cool. And now your position is something that is new, or at least I would say is perceived new by anybody on the outside, like seeing how much community engagement FFG's done. Was there, I don't know, a big conversation that kind of happened that led you into this role? Was it something you just kind of like saw and you applied for, or like how did you think FFG kind of landed at this like spot of, all right, we want to talk a little more?
Yeah. So I this position was definitely something that's new, not really something that's been around before for FFG, which is really cool to be, in the trial for it, which is awesome. And so yeah, I came into FFG as a or as the organized play and marketing coordinator. And then we were going through all the planning for Star Wars Unlimited and things like that, and Marvel Champions and Arkham Horror, and a lot of my work was focused on working with content creators and things like that. And we knew that there was going to be a lot of people around this game wanting to work with us. We want to work directly with the community, and so it made sense as we were getting towards launch that this position opened up. And so I think it got posted just before launch of the game. And I threw my name in the ring and talked to the people in the department and ended up getting the role, which was super exciting. That especially like the timing of it, we were just starting out with Star Wars Unlimited, so it was really cool to be helping shape this role from before it started to all the way through the first preview season and getting people ready for the launch of the game. And now we're past the launch of set 1, so it's been quite the journey in the role.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I absolutely, I love it. If there's one thing that I've had in my conversations at local game stores, I was like, if there's one thing that's different, just look at this role and look at Xander. Look what everything he has been doing for the community. It's being a content creator for like a past game, it's totally different. Much
Yeah,
more
but
easier
yeah,
to work with. Exciting, I guess.
fair. Yeah, we definitely wanted to set this up and set a different tone than what's been done in the past, and I think we're doing it a good job, and hopefully everyone else feels that way as well. But we want to be very transparent and open, and have those lines of communication with you all playing the game. And so I've really enjoyed going to events so far, and PAX East is our first one post launch that's at a convention. And so getting
Yeah,
to sit down and play games with people is something I'm like really passionate about, and I'm bringing all my decks and Twin Suns decks, and I'm super looking forward to like just getting to engage with the community in a new way now that everybody has cards in hand.
mm. I am gonna hit you with the power of the dark side, though.
Oh, yep, that's fair. That's fair. Um, so didn't get the things I was hoping to line up, but do think this works out just as well. Let's go ahead and play. Oh, I already made the space. Let's do Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. I will go ahead and take the initiative again.
Okay. Let's go ahead and hit 3 to base, and then I will pass.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess I'm like curious too of the insight into like how did you guys I guess kind of end up on this is going to be our layout for the next you know 10 months or so, right? Because I believe May 7th or like 10th or so was like the announcement, somewhere around there. I remember it being a few days after May the 4th.
Yeah, I think it
Um,
was May 9th, maybe May 7th or 9th, something
yeah,
like one of those dates. But yeah, yeah. We had a lot of extensive conversations around how long the previous season was going to be, and we knew we wanted it at Gen Con, and so that helped factor into part of the decision of when we go live and announce the game, because we wanted people to be prepared for it, we wanted people to see it, and then be able to play in their Gen Cons around it then, if they really wanted to come and check it out. And I know that there was a couple people that flew into town just for that, which was cool. And so uh, figuring out how to make 252 cards last 10 months was what definitely put on my plate, which is cool. I really have engaged with a lot of games in previous seasons. Bays Malvis. Um, I had to pay that one. And so getting to plan one out for the first time outside of like for this large of a TCG was super cool and it was something I was really excited about. Oh man.
It is crazy, and I guess we'll get into it in a second, anyways. But just how, yeah, you went from here's like 9 months to do these 252 cards. All right, you now have 4 months to do 252 cards, but you probably can't start too early because people want to enjoy the first set. So it's more like, maybe 2 to 3 months that you get to do all those cards.
Yeah, it's been a fun puzzle to start putting together, and I think we've come up with a really fun way to ramp into set two, and I'm really excited for Shadows of the Galaxy and to see what people say. Let's go ahead before I get hit by anything else. Let's do 3 more to base.
Yep. I guess so. Looking back a little bit too over the last year, I'm gonna do Grand Inquisitor's ability. By the way,
Makes sense.
make bays coming for you. Um, was there something that you were like most excited for, like within the first year? It could be a card, could be an event, or like a specific live stream, or you can also answer all three of those things and say what was your favorite card, favorite live stream, event type thing.
Yeah. Card Grand Admiral Thrawn. I was super excited about him. He's one of the characters I played the leaders that I played the most in playtesting. So I was super excited for people to see him and see like this really beloved character and how he's translated into this game. So he was like the one I was so psyched about, and I was so sad we couldn't make him earlier in the previous season, but it made sense timing wise for when we did it. But he was definitely the card, I'd say. Event was the community event. Known we were going to do that for a while, and so I was really looking forward to that and getting to see everyone in person and chat more about the game and be opening cards and doing the things. We didn't know what the event was going to shape up to look like, but I was the whole time, as the community engagement specialist, the community celebration is the thing that I was like, oh, this is going to be the highlight for me.
Yeah.
And then stream, I would say taking over the streams from Josh and being the new host was something I really was excited for when that became an opportunity for me because Josh is great and I was super excited when he was hosting and I could be on the chat just hanging with people behind the scenes, but it was cool to then come in and get to be one of the people chatting about this game regularly online.
Was that something that you knew from like the beginning to, or relatively like soon when you guys started like the live streams that you would be transitioning into host, or is that kind of something if you you're like, oh, actually this would kind of make sense?
It was something that was told fairly early on that
Gotcha.
I was going to be taking on that, but it wasn't sure when or how it was going to go, if what game lines I was going to be doing it for, how often I was going to be doing it, but I was going to be stepping in. So I did know it was going to happen eventually. It was cool to see it happen when it did, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pay 3 for a cause I believe in.
Ooh.
And spoiler alert, they're all heroism cards. We got
I'll go
Laurel
ahead and get
Insurgent,
for
Mace
that.
Windu, Leia Organa. You're my only hope. So I'm going to strategically stack my deck. So that's 4 damage to base, yeah. And yes, that's how that's gonna work. I think. Wait, look at that guy. I gotta make sure I'm doing my math right. Yeah, that's how it works. Cool. I'm good.
Cool. I will finally get my chance and do 4 damage.
Yes. 4 damage to base. Love these game genic tokens.
Yeah,
So good.
I can't ever go back.
I'm going to go ahead and claim.
Yep.
So I'll grab that so I know.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and pass.
All right, let's do it. Oh, wow. Those cards are exactly what I put in my hand.
How did you know?
Right.
Cool.
So I'm going to pay the 1 for the Falcon. Uh, I'll start us off. Let's be smart about this. 3 more debates with Millennium Falcon. Might as well get our money's worth out of it, since I already paid.
I was really hoping you were gonna wait. Um, yeah, I'll go ahead and do 4 to base again.
Remove 1 and drop a 5, so we're at 8.
Um,
Um,
and so as you guys like started ramping up, feel free to also like still play a card if that's what you're.
Han and do
Yeah,
Han's ability.
yeah.
Yeah.
At what point did you feel like you kind of were in the thick of it? I assume that when you guys announced in May, like that was kind of cool to like talk about it, and then you guys like did a press release maybe like a week after, like kind of fleshing out a little bit more. But obviously, like over summer, it wasn't going crazy, and then in the falls when it started to ramp up, and then especially in the new year, like at what point did you, I don't know, really start to get in like the excitement of like, dude, this is happening. Spoilers are out there. The community's talking about it. Like, I don't know. When did that hit for you and maybe anybody else?
Yeah, I'd say definitely different for each member of the team. I think when people started making it to events and seeing the excitement around the game is when it hits for a lot of people. And that's when it really felt real and getting to go to things and be a part of it. Ooh, Seventh Sister, that's dangerous. But I would say that for me personally, I think Spiel was
Mm.
Essen. That's when it really hit for me. We had some events with retailers as well as creators, and as well as demos similar to Gen Con. And so really getting to chat with everyone about the excitement of the game. And that's when we announced the release date as well. And so that was just like we were in the middle of previews. We had the release date now, and it was felt real. And we're with all these people, and so I think that's when it really hit for me that like, hey, this game is real and it's coming out. It's not no longer just this thing we play in the office for fun
Yeah.
as we're play testing. It was something legitimate, and it was just super exciting for me. Um, I'll go ahead and pay 3 for You're My Only Hope.
Hmm.
I'll look at the top card of my deck. It's Mace Windu. I pay 5 less, so I'll pay the final 2 for Mace. Have him jump in. And then let's ambush. That you don't have the initiative, so I can hit Seventh Sister. Let's go ahead and take out Seventh Sister and re-ready.
Yep. Does he do 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, don't take her out. Never mind.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
take out
gonna say
Bay.
I got 1 left. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's my bad. She's a 6. Yeah, let's hit base. So I take how many in return? What's he got?
4.
4. Oof. More than I would have liked, but that's okay.
Um. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't have been able to stand him too if you. Yeah. So
Exactly. I had to be able to restand him and re-ready him.
well. This just doesn't. This isn't going how I might have hoped.
That's fair.
um. I think I will stand her though.
Okay.
Put 2 on her. That
Then
was
I would do 5 to base.
5 to base. Okay. I'm gonna take 2 5s off, put a 10.
That's fair.
Yeah, Spiel was around that time really exciting for me too. To like, I remember getting to the point where I was like, I have to plan a work trip in like February, March. I know that's like when works like you said Q1 at this point. It's about to be like Xander. I will sign any NDA, my life away, but I need to make sure I can be there for pre-release and release. When is it? And then like, as I was thinking that like that week, I'm pretty sure it came out.
Fair. Yeah, it was super exciting to like finally once there was the date, it felt real for a lot of people. That's like, oh, it's no longer just this thing in the future. It's we're happening. It's gonna be great. I think you're up, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
do 3 to base, and then I'll do the Seven Sister ability for 3 to mace.
yeah, I forgot the durability. It's so good. 3 to base. Let's remove 2 and put a 5 down. Put all this damage back over there. Let's bring out Han.
Yep. I'll do security complex and give a shield to her.
Okay. You have 18 damage on base.
Yeah, so I got 7 left.
Let's do 4 more to base then. On attack, put the top card in as a resource and ready it.
And I will take the initiative.
All right. I'll pass. See what we can draw. All right. I will pay 1 and then defeat 2 resources for the Millennium Falcon. Or pay 1 for the Millennium Falcon, then defeat 2 from Han.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, as well.
And I can't kill both of them, so I'm gonna die this next action. But I'm gonna see who you care about more. This is gonna be a test of favoritism. I'm gonna go ahead and power the dark side. Who goes? Han
That's
or a ship?
that's fair. So, what's Seven Sisters' ability? Is it only a ground unit?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the right answer is Han, unfortunately. But yeah, I think I'll go with Han this time.
Yep.
Defeat Han. Let's go ahead and
I also do only have 3 health left. I'm on 25 HP base.
yeah, you are. Maybe we gotta layer it now. Leia, let's exhaust Seven Sister.
Yep. What else I got? We'll flip them. We'll let people see the other side. And so I appreciate you. Let me bring them out.
You got it. I'll pay 3 for red 3.
Yep. I'll do 3 to base.
Yeah.
And I'll stand Seven Sister.
All right, now I'll swing to base.
Yep. And that is it.
That
Boom
is
goes Security Complex.
Yes.
Cool. Well, yeah, we got this one around 22 minutes, and I feel like we got a good bit of talking about like the build up and some of the game, some decent gameplay in there as well. So we'll go ahead and we are going to split these into parts. So if you're listening, you're probably like, of course you are, Jack. This video is just about finished on YouTube, so of course you're splitting it. But we're going to go ahead and get ready. I'll swap the logos and all that stuff, and we will get ready for a Game 2 Part 2.